What's up, world? Welcome back to Radical Investors, where we talk about NFTs, crypto, stocks, and all the ways how to get to the money. I'm Wasu.
I'm Hamed.
And today we're talking about the mindset that you need to have to be successful in the NFT space.
Let's go!
Hey guys, so we know so many people are hopping into the NFT space. Everybody seems to be getting in on the craze, and it's super important to have a level head and to have a really good mindset when you are in this space. So we decided to come out and have speak to you guys directly, create a video for you guys so you can understand the mindset that you need to have when dealing with NFTs.
Yeah, and this mindset's going to include just how to identify the right plays, knowing when to back out of a play, and really just know what to do while you're holding one of these NFTs.
Yeah, so I think the first and probably most important thing that you need to have in your mind is you have to be first, you have to be early, and you have to be a champion of projects, right?
Absolutely.
Most of these projects, if you are late to the game, you are, it's like musical chairs. You don't want to be late to the game.
Absolutely.
You want to be early. A lot of times, there's something called the minting process. Is a process in which you can basically get in early at a lower price and stake your claim to a piece of that art. A lot of these major projects, if you try to just show up on minting day, you won't be able to get anything.
Right.
You'll just be clicking a button and you'll be on a spinning wheel. So a lot of these projects have something called a whitelist, which is basically a waiting list, a pre-sale list that you can get on. But in order to get on a lot of those waiting lists and pre-sale lists, you need to be an early adopter of the project. You have to get in on discourse. You have to send a lot of messages. You have to go to Twitter. You have to promote the project. You have to reach out to the devs of that project. And you have to make yourself big and loud and
valuable.
Valuable, right, to that
community.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's really what the NFT space is about. It's about community and people coming together around the concept of digital art. And the more value you can bring to that community, the more value the community will bring to you. And that's very important to remember. Get in early and be a champion.
Yeah, be a champion. So, let's give them a number. I think if you do identify an NFT project, and let's say they have a Twitter following of under 1,000,
underneath 1,000. So underneath 500 followers on Twitter, way too early.
Right.
Between 500 to 1,000 is probably a sweet
spot. Yeah.
It's probably a sweet spot.
Yeah, and just by being in there, that's going to allow you to probably just be whitelisted in, right? Like if you are on their Discord and you're part of that first 1,000 members, because what we're seeing now is all of these hot projects are, by the time it's time for them to go on sale or even pre-sale, I mean, it's 20,000 members, 14,000 memberships. Like it's almost impossible at that point to be part of the white papers, right? So just one tactic is to try to identify these NFT projects when they've got that Twitter following underneath 1,000 and over 500.
Yes. So the second one will probably be follow,
yeah,
and follow again.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to get really good at Twitter. You want to get really good at following the artists and the developers of these projects, so you really can look through the breadcrumbs to figure out when they're dropping a new project, and you can hop in early, right? Those usually artists. And there's a lot of conversation going in on Twitter, especially in the comment section. The more you do this, you'll become very good at following the breadcrumbs to a project, and that will lead you to find projects really early.
Yeah, and you also, to just kind of verify that, you want to make sure that the project has an artist. Again, we've said this on previous videos. Artists, when they put their name on it, their signature on their work, they are very serious about that. So they're not going to partake in something that they don't believe in. So it's a good indicator when you see a project and they're highlighting their artist, and then you can go in and look at the artist's work, right? That's huge validations. That's huge bull flags, huge green go flags, to really consider it further.
Absolutely. The third one, we're on number 3, right?
Yeah.
Number 3 would probably be to learn how to spot trends.
Yeah.
Right? It's very important. This is kind of a monkey see, monkey do type of situation. You can start to identify specific aspects that other people like, and you want to get in on those projects, right?
Absolutely.
So if, for instance, if you saw that the Bored Apes went super popular, right? So when they come up with the Solana version, generative apes, you can get in on those projects early because you know that kind of concept is gonna go.
Yeah,
right?
it's a proven concept.
It's a proven concept. And by the way, there isn't a killer ape for Cardano, right? So you might want to look for killer ape projects for the Cardano ecosystem, right?
Yeah, just like in the real world, nothing is ever new, right? And everybody's kind of riding waves. So, that's a good indicator. Ride the wave.
And probably the last one that we're going to talk about is don't FOMO in.
Yeah.
Do not FOMO in. And FOMO is the fear of missing out. And what happens is you see a project take off. Yeah. Right? And you're like, oh man, I could have bought it when it was 0.5 Ethereum, and now it's 2 Ethereum. And then we've had this experience a lot.
Yeah.
And then you buy it at 2 Ethereum, and then it doesn't go anywhere, and you're left holding the bag.
Right.
It's very important to remember in this space that there is always going to be another project.
Absolutely.
I think yesterday 15 projects dropped. Today another 7.
Yeah.
Tomorrow a whole bunch of projects are dropping. New networks are coming on board. Cardano is coming on board. There's about to be a lot of money to be made in the Cardano space.
Yeah.
So do not FOMO into these projects. A lot of us, including us, right, are newer to the space. You do not want to be left. You don't want to get wrecked. You don't want to be left holding the bag on some of these projects that already spent all their steam.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, like, again, you want to allow yourself, give yourself forgiveness if you missed out on one, right? That 0.5, which has happened to us, that 0.5 takes off to a 3 ETH minimum, 8 ETH minimum, and you could have got it at 0.5, and now you're still looking at it like, oh, let me get it at 3, because I feel like that's the FOMO, guys. It's okay. This whole space is abundance. And there's so many opportunities. Every day there's 10 new opportunities. So just kind of keep that mindset of just allowing yourself forgiveness. You learn from that, and then you take that knowledge and you move on to the next project. You really have to just be quick with it because there's so much opportunity every single day.
Absolutely, guys. I hope that helped. Be safe out there. Be smart. As always, happy hunting, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.